All right, so calibrating this machine is extremely simple. There is a 2-volt adjust, a 20-volt adjust, and a 200-volt adjust, and a 2,000-volt adjust. And then there are a bunch of, go around the camera here, oops, sorry, bump into the camera. Then there are a 0.2K, 2K, 20K, 200K, and 2000K and 20 meg ohms. And those are all measuring grade on this machine, so I'm not gonna touch those. I did touch the voltage ones though; they were off, and they're separate. They don't correlate, interact with one another, which is nice. So the way that you calibrate the 2-volt is put in 1.9 volts, and then you put in minus 1.9 volts, and you adjust a potentiometer back here, which is a symmetry op amp, and then adjustment. And then you put in 19 volts and adjust to 20, and you put in 199 volts, and then you put in 1999 volts, I guess, something like that. Anyway, so what I found though is, this is measuring great. I'm not putting in exactly 9 volts. My Keithley is measuring 90003, and my HP is measuring 9003, and I've got 9002. So close enough. So everything is working great until I go up into higher voltages. So if I go to 19 volts, spot on. Let's see, 29 volts, I get an overflow, so I need to go down a range, and I get nothing. So the 200 volt range and the 2000 volt range are dead. They do not work. So more troubleshooting, and it may be a good clue to why this thing died. It may have been overvoltaged, and that overvoltage may have gone in and damaged the microprocessor. Now, the microprocessor wasn't dead; it was just damaged. It was doing a little bit, but not the right things. So, sorry about the dryer going off. All right. So anyway, so I need to get a schematic for this thing and take a look at why the 200 volts might not be working, but everything else worked great now. All right, so I got out the schematic and figured out how the ranges work, and the low ranges just go through, but the high ranges, there's a big relay right here, and that relay sends it through a voltage divider. And so I pulled off the lid to go take a look, and it started working. So I think my lid was shorting something. You saw that I was really nervous when I put this on there. Yeah, there's some funny business going on here on this corner, and it must be shorting something to ground. So anyway, yeah, the 2000 volt range worked great. The 20 volt range works great. And auto works fine too. So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, other than I need to figure out how to put this shield on without shorting anything out. So yeah, let me go do that. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I really don't like the way this is right next to this divider here. This is really important. So I'm going to bend this a bit. Get it out of the way. And this has to be kind of in a funny spot over here to miss there. And yeah, that's still too close. That's still too close. Bend that over. No, I still don't like it. I'm going to bend this in further. There. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks like it's wrong, but it's better. So let's pop the shield on. And let's come to the front here. And we'll see if it's better. Yeah, there we go. So that fixed it. It was just that stupid shield was bent. Oh, there you go. It's been a good series. Like I said, these meters are really, really good meters. I wish it had the AC. I might take a look at maybe designing my own AC card for it. I don't think it would be very hard. Might take a look at that in the future. But for now, it's a finished project. And we'll call it quits from here. Works great DC, works great ohms. Very, very accurate. It's now calibrated against my other 6.5 switch. It's not a NIST traceable, but hey, it's within a microvolt. So, or a few microvolts, I guess. But yeah, it's a very nice meter, and see if I can find a good home for it someday. All right, for all of those people yelling at the camera, bend it the other way, it needs to be under the shield. You were absolutely right. So, yeah. After a couple minutes I came back and I looked at it and I went, oh, that's dumb. It really should be the other way around. So I've bent the aluminum out. So now that fancy resistive divider is underneath the shield. So it was under the high voltage side, so it wasn't going to pick up any much noise. It was high. But it didn't really matter either way, but this makes me feel better. So, yep, there you go. It's in the right way. And I think I had to push the resistor pack over a little bit. It had been bent this way, and I bent it back. So maybe somebody opened it up once and put it on wrong, and that shorted it out, and that's why it didn't work. And that shorted it to ground that blew up the micro. Who knows, right? You don't know what the vintage is of these things. So anyway, looks much, much better. And yeah, we'll leave it there and put it on the shelf.